Away from the politics, parents of 6 girls who have been suspended by the Karen C Secondary School are now accusing the institution of causing bodily harm to their young ones. According to suspension letters seen by NTV, the girls are facing disciplinary action for allegedly peddling drugs in the school. Layla Mohammed reports that the parents now want their children out of that institution, as well as pressing charges to those they claim harmed their children.
Our quest for answers led us to this home in Kibra's Olympic Estate, where parents of girls who have recently been suspended from Karen C Secondary School for allegedly peddling drugs have met to discuss the plight of their children. The parents congregated here to represent 5 of the 6 girls affected and say the school has no evidence that their daughters are dealing in drugs.
That's the question I was asking. If my daughter, she was cleared to enter inside, how comes now you're saying she's having drugs or she's peddling drugs?
So I asked the deputy principal, where is the drug? I would love to see it. They did not have any evidence. So they just told me, sign here, go home with your daughter, come on the date that we have requested you to come back.
The parents say they have not been asked to record statements by any police officer in regards to allegations of being in possession of drugs.
What I was just shown alone is that suspension letter. Reasons for being suspended, yeah, it had been written there, but there was no evidence. Because I needed to be sure this is what your daughter has been caught with. Something suspicious. At least it could have cooled my tempo. Sababu najua watoto hata shule, they do bad things. I cannot side my kid. But once you investigate, you'll know the truth. Wamesema ndio hiyo wameshikwa nayo. What I just know in my mind, it's drugs. I cannot tell you it's paracetamol. I cannot tell you it's heroin.
One of the girls claims that they were coerced into signing a confession that implicated a few other girls.
Akaniambia pia kuna mwalimu mwenye alikuwa anamthreaten akimwambia aandikishe statement. Aandikishe statement za uongo akiekelea mtoto mwingine hapo hivyo. Anamthreaten, amemfungia kwa room, amemthreaten. Anamwambia waandikisha hivi, waandikisha hivi. Kwa ile uoga mpaka kapiga mtoto wangu hiyo nini ikamkata mkono. Ile uoga mtoto wangu akaandikisha vitu zenye za uongo.
The head teacher declined to speak to NTV and even left instructions at the gate that there will be no access into the school. However, in a telephone interview to the Daily Nation, Beatrice Otieno defended the suspension, citing evidence of a drug trade within the school precincts.
You know, there are things that are sensitive because it's drug related. Yeah, so you know, there are those. Sorry, we cannot discuss because due process has to take place.
Okay.
Yes, and all evidence is there, and quite serious.
While seeking answers from them, the girls claim they were assaulted physically. For one of them, the injuries were hard on her and she walks with a limp, with other scars on her face and legs. Others had marks on their backs. 2 girls who had serious wounds have been treated, with the parents filing assault charges.
Na walipokuja na mtoto, niliangalia mtoto wangu, mtoto amefura tu macho, tuko ndani, hatembei, anatembea kama mtoto sijui amefanyiwa aje unyama gani. Nikashindwa. Sasa ticha kuja kuniambia hapa hakuna kuongea. Saini hapa live tunaenda na mtoto, nikamwambia si saini, mtoto wangu anakaa aje. Si vile nimemleta hapa.
I asked that deputy principal that when did you notice this? She told me sooner. Then it's like, watoto waliingia hapa 30th. Today is 11th. You are telling me sooner. Is that sooner? What she handed me, chukua mlevi peleka nyumbani.
Umeniita kuwa mtoto anauza drugs shuleni, sneak in drugs. When did you realize that mtoto sneak in drugs? Leo ni tarehe 11, tuliwaregesha shule tarehe 30. So, hizi siku zote ziliwachukua. What if we say walimu ndo anauza drugs hapa shuleni?
In her interview with the Daily Nation, the principal defended the school's course of action.
That is not true. Absolutely not. You see, when something happens, you know, they want to seek sympathy. You know, it happens. You know, it's something we are used to.
The parents want the Ministry of Education to intervene and get justice for their daughters. Layla Mohammed, NTV.